re amala hohle mo le leng teng nanong la rona la Rise. Ka lebitso ke se Adimo, ha ke tsamaya ke le mong, ke na le Noctula, Phindile le Delisile. Ladies, le kae? Ah, ke taba tse monate tsena. Bosing ba kajeno re bua ka ho ima hwa batho ba batjha hammoho le ho ntsha mpa ka tsela e bolokehileng ebile e leng molaong. Guys, we all know that, I mean, we live in a society where sex is this taboo thing, like we're not supposed to be doing it. But the fact of the matter is we all are.
Yeah.
So why is it then hareba milengele bacha kashabana snacks and there's a stigma?
You know what? I think that it starts from the community level. Ngoba mina njengomuntu omusha, if I go to the community and I'm pregnant, bazongitshela ukuthi it's my fault and my responsibility. Like I'm going around town having sex by myself. Where them boys?
Where them boys? Coming to ipoint abafana ne. Yazi umfana maybe mafuna ukulala nawe ne. Bese uthaya awufuna ukulala naye. Immediately ufala pregnant, awuyajabula shem. Uthi ya bakutholile, zikutholile intaba ngazayo.
Nathuwile.
You know, and coming to friends is like this saying, when early pregnancy comes, friends are few. You know, awusatholile attention level ithola, awusafonelwa, you know, it distance yonke into iba off.
No, ngiyakuzwa yazi Noctula kodwa empilweni yes sinikezwe izinyathelo esingasithatha. You know, whether you choose to adopt, keep the child, or perhaps terminate the pregnancy, you're still going to be stigmatized. So do we really have a choice at the end of the day?
It's something interesting to think about. Our insert is the story of a young woman who chose to terminate. We've had to withhold her identity in order to protect her. Let's take a look at her story.
Sihambe sibone izinto ze-abortion emigqomeni ezitratweni nasemaphepheni esiwanikwayo kodwa i-sex education yayingeyento enkulu esikolweni ayike endlini kwangakho umzali oyazi athethe loo nto leyo ukhupha isisu yayinto yayingathetheki yayinto engazwayo into ndandiyazi ngokhupha isisu is that yinto erongo akufanelanga abantu bayenze loo nto leyo usisi wam omnye wabo wakhulelwa kunyaka wakhe wokugqibela eteshari nangoko ndandimncinci ndiyakhumbula indlela oomama notata babe-disappointed ngayo kuye bubomi yazi ndadibana lo mfana eteshari sadeyitha kunyaka wethu wesibini ndakhulelwa ndaxelela iitshomi ezimbalwa kodwa i-advice ebendinika yona yandenza uba ndingaphinde ndikhangele i-advice kwabanye abantu because abantu abayazi into wena oyidingayo bazi nje izinto bachazela zona i-boyfriend yam bi-supportive kakhulu throughout yonke laa process ndifumene kuye ndayifumana konontlalontle aba bendiconsulta nabo before abantu abandichazeleyo ii-consequences ze-actions zam emotionally na physically but I found that physical bengekho nto bendizawukwazi phinda ndibe nabantwana because ndiyenze ngendlela i-right i-termination yam andikwazi uveza ubuso bam ngoba kusekho istigma around yonke le nto ayonto benophinda ndiyenze have unprotected sex because I have the right to terminate ndizawuphinda ndihambe yokhupha isisu because it is something that will always be you nam ndizawusoko ndiyazi uba ndiyasikhupha isisu ndiyayazi phakathi entliziyweni yam uba yayinto kwakufanele ukuba mna ndiyenze ndingaphila nayo into ndayenzayo because 2 years later I'm on the right career path and i-boyfriend yam nam we are talking family planning kakuhle.
Wow, guys, the depths, the fact that she had to hide her face. Why is it in 2016 termination still has such a bad reputation?
I feel that this thing really starts at the community level, guys. The way we raised. Because, you know, we're always told, njengamatwana ukuthi ingane, it's a gift from God. And so when we want to terminate, we think, uNkulunkulu uzosiphanisha, yabo.
But we need to be careful of letting society dictate us. As batho ba batjha re na le choice le rona. Hanga ke ba pregnant right now. Ha ke nane hore ke batla ba le ngwana, ha ke nane hore ke ready. So I need to have that choice or terminator without feeling like I'm going to be judged. It needs to be okay.
You know, the time that I was 18, ngakhulelwa, no? It was very painful. Bengazi ukuthi ngezini because bengisasemncane, no? So uma ngithola ukuthi ngina pregnant bengina 6 months like bengana option phela ukuthi ngayenzani yabo ngina 6 months so ngathanda ukuthi if thina as young women if u have a sex ungasebenzisanga I condom or ibastile go to a clinic uyobheka ukuthi awukho pregnant you know for your own health and for your future also as a young woman.
What's actually taba tse di buang ke tsa bohlokwa haholo re le batho ba batjha re hloka keletso le tshehetso ho tsa malapeng a rona mo re dulang teng. We went to our Wise Young clubs. We asked them, you know, what are some of the things that they need as support when they fall pregnant early on in life. And one had said that family and community acceptance is important. One had said that we don't need judgment, especially when we go back to school. And the last young lady said what would help is emotional support, like from a sisterhood, to be inspired and realize that it's not the end of life, which I think is true. A khutla papatsong re qoqa le mme Mapule Motene e leng setsibi tabeng ena ya ho ntsha mpa. O ske wa ya hola.
Remember that termination of pregnancy in a lena go re fileng yona gore ka terminate up to this time. The more ngwana ntsa gola, the more go nna le di complications di nna dintsi.
Welcome back. Namhlanje sizobe sikhuluma no Ma'am Mapule Motene owase Mary Stopes. Mapule unjani? I think one of the first questions that I'd really like to ask you is what exactly is termination of pregnancy and under what circumstances would umuntu wesifazane need to terminate?
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Termination of pregnancy ke go thibela pregnancy from growing more up to go fitla gore o kgone go belega. A ke re wa itse gore motho wa mme pregnancy simolola from Jazlantla house no conceiver until 9 months efela. So ka termination of pregnancy refer some certain tablets or dipilisi gore pregnancy ska tlhela e sa gola. Go na le mefuta e mebedi ya go ntsha mpa or go stopa mpa from go gola. O mongwe kwa surgically mo leng gore ra go cleaner o tswa se re feditse go cleaner. Wa bobedi tla be re go fa pilisi e leng gore o tla bo ya gae.
So, Ma'am Mapule, what sort of information do we as young women need if we want to make the choice to terminate?
Firstly, I would advise young women to record the first day of their last menstrual period. Is very important because it will guide us. Did you get that one? The first day of the last menstrual period, and then from there, how o fetsa go tlola ke kgwedi ya ntlha o ska emela gore re ke bone ya bobedi yona ya ntlha e you go to the nearest clinic you look about the information. They will do the test and tell you gore a o imile or ga wa imana, because sometimes you sit at home until it's too late. Remember that termination of pregnancy in a nako e re fileng yona gore ka terminate up to this time. Number 2, you need to know the clinic tse le gore di dumeletse di mo molaong gore di ka terminate the pregnancy. Not everybody who will be advertising are ke terminator o dumeletse, because gore o terminate pregnancy you must be trained and facilities tshwentse ba ile gore e accredited or e designated. This means the department e tabe itle ko clinicing ya go gona le ditse ba di checka go lebella gore na is it safe. It's all about safety.
When it comes to the advice that we've given regarding the abortion, go try look to abortion lena within 20 weeks of being pregnant.
Yes.
So why is it unsafe to do it after Leslie's cut?
O gopole gore pregnancy ya gola physically motho ga stata nna mo mmeleng wa 3 months ya kere ga tshwane le wa 5 months, which is 20 weeks. So the more ngwana ntsa gola, the more go nna le di complications di nna dintsi e se gore yona ga intsi o ra intsha mara o gopole gore gona le gore bonnese ba ntsha go fitlha ka 12 weeks and then from 12 to 20 weeks into a doctor, and bo doctor ba very few. So sometimes o tla kra le gore o batla go terminate, but unfortunately mo le mo teng ha o kgone go kra that service. So it's better to go early to avoid more complications.
All right, so Ma, what's the youngest age in which umuntu wesifazane can basically go to have an abortion?
There is no age restriction.
Okay.
The minute you fall pregnant, you're no longer a child, you are a woman. So, ga re go judge. Ga o tsena ka age ya gago o le mo mmeleng re go testa ra kry-a le gore o pregnant, you can actually have an abortion.
Is there a limit, you know, when it comes to the number of times in which we can have abortions?
I'll like to explain it. Termination of pregnancy, C-top. Maybe what is a C-top? I'll explain what is a C-top. C stands for choice. T, termination of pregnancy. So it's your choice. It's about a woman's choice. So we don't have a number. This is about the Act of Termination of Pregnancy, which is Act 92 of 1996. I stipulate and it's not about rona gore re go judge gore o tlile ga kae ga o tlile it's your choice.
Mama Paul, sinembuzo embili ekhona from our Rise audience and with some of the questions abanazo that they'd like you to answer. So umbuzo wokuqala engizokubuza wona ukuthi after my friend had an abortion she developed an infection, what should she do?
Firstly, house no only you are not supposed to have an infection. Let's take it from there. The instruction how do you take good care of yourself at home? Besides termination of pregnancy, infection can happen anytime because of the issue of saying we avoid those things. We give instruction immediately after termination of pregnancy, don't have sex for a certain time. We usually say 7 days. 7 to 10 days, uskewa have a sex because of retaba infection. And then if it happened, remember it's your choice, that you find yourself in a situation that there is no, then use protection. So it's better to use protection. Mara how ka iphitlhela le gore these two options go fileng tsona tsa go abstainer or go berekisa protection di padile ka bobedi wa tsona, then you report to the clinic. Clinic ye o rileng ka mo ena abortion usually re fa di phone number. Tla be re file di phone number ha o tswa re go bolella gore ko Marie Stopes re na le call center e bereka 24 hours. Then you can call the call center to say ki ikutlwa ke le jana le jana le jana. Then they will advise you. Let me say it's on a Saturday night, we are closed on a Sunday. The nurse that is working go call center o tlo go utlwella gore na the signs and symptoms of tsona ke tse di ka emelang go fitla ka mantaga or o tla go ra re ko wena re no, this is severe, go straight to hospital. So those are the things that we do.
Okay. And then umbuzo wami owesibili ukuthi why is abortion legal? Doesn't it just give us permission to have sex without a condom?
Oh no, it doesn't. Because how enough we are not selling abortion. We are just helping the community out. Abortion is legal because how level statistic, when you talk about the maternal death, one of the measure that is having a high rate is abortion related maternal deaths. So lose basadi ba bantši because of we phitlhela o le mo speeding a kere gore o feletse o batla go terminate is because of your certain reason, your reasons. So if you don't get somebody that can listen and help you, women will go to the extent that whatever that comes, she can do that. So government saw it necessary that it must be legalized because people were even 20 years, 30 years back. This year, which is 2016, we are celebrating 20 years since abortion is not legal in South Africa. But that doesn't mean that abortion is really 30 years back. It has been done. Why is it but the health department is failing you. So hence by legalize it. We legalize it doesn't mean say go have sex. It's a platform for you to come. And then when you come to us, then we can educate you. It's very rare that you can find me and you sitting like this. Somewhere, somehow, when I grew up, I couldn't talk to my mother about sex. But you can actually go and talk to a nurse about sex. So it's a platform, actually it's a platform so that you can be free to talk about it. And how clearly, and then now we'll say to you, now that family planning. That is mmereko wa rona gore re go bolelle ka family planning. We take it, firstly, you didn't know maybe, or you didn't understand, you didn't get enough information gore family planning e bereka yang. Then ra go tlhalosetsa. Usually the clients tse di tswang go rona ba tswa ba se le gore bana le information, ba startile the method, or motho ra re kwa ena re I'm still going to think about it. Se se khatlisang fela gore that person by that time o na le information.
Siyabonga kakhulu ke. Kakhulu, Ma'am Papule, for just answering our questions, and especially some of the questions from our Rise Young Women.
Okay.
When we come back, we will find out exactly what's in our toolbox. See you after the break.
Welcome back. Ngaphambi kokuthatha ikhefu sibize umbuzo othi, how many women in the world die each year from unsafe and illegal abortions? The answer to our multiple choice question is C. 47,000 women die every year from unsafe and illegal abortions. Let's talk to our Rise audience and Sis Label. Welcome to our Rise audience and Sis Label. It's always so good to have you on the show.
It's lovely.
So guys, does anyone have a question to ask Sis Label? Yes.
Normally in our community, we frequently see these advertisements picturing that here's an abortion, just take the number and call. So my question is, are these abortions legal or illegal? And if they're illegal, what are the laws with it?
Okay, thanks for that question, Sisi. Unfortunately, these things, already bonang mo di street polling, ne? They advertise when I sit down, yonkin down, they are illegal. And the reason why they are happening is that the people who advertise them, one, they want money, but also what they know is that when a woman needs a termination of pregnancy, they are normally ashamed to go out, especially when they are teenagers, to go and buy a clinic, and say, I need an abortion. So they are illegal, but not only are they illegal, they are very dangerous. The people who work in these clinics are not trained, they don't know what they are doing, and there's a lot of women who go to those places and end up with such complications that when they are completely very sick. Sometimes maybe even a pregnancy is so far advanced, and at the hospital maybe they would have told you, no, it's too late to have an abortion, or they would have used other options. But these people, because you are coming in there and the amount of money they tell you, it's take it or leave it. It's 1,000 rands, take it or leave it. You are going to do whatever they say that you do, and they will not take responsibility for what happens to you. They need to be reported, okay? But the problem is that they move around quite a lot, and women, especially young women, don't even want to admit, even if they get complications. Where did they go to?
Anyone else have a question for Sis Label? Yeah, well.
So I understand that there are measures which have been put in place to try and prevent teenage pregnancy. I want to know, with that being the case, why is there still teenage pregnancy?
It's very interesting. I think there's a number of reasons to see. I think in a lot of our communities, in a lot of our homes, in a lot of our societies, we don't talk to young people about sex. We don't accept that young women will have sex. Ne? So you often hear parents saying, or I use the contraceptives, because if I start talking to them about contraceptives, it's as if I'm asking them to have sex. So a lot of times when young women have sex, they themselves are not empowered enough. They are not having sex because I know what sex is about, I know how to prevent pregnancy, I know how to prevent STIs, I know how to prevent HIV, and I am having sex because I want to have sex. We don't even admit we are having sex. Young girls don't even take a mirror, put it on the floor, and look what's underneath there, to say, is my vagina beautiful or is it not beautiful? It's not how we were brought up, and it's not what you know. So if you are not comfortable with that, then you are not going to be able to negotiate. So there's quite a lot of obstacles. The important thing is that we must get ourselves informed and educated. So those are some of the things that we need to be doing. Right now, you are very fortunate because as young people, you've got so many forms of information. Lady phone a source of information. So sometimes even if you are afraid to go somewhere, you can go on to Google, you know, and basically find out the information. Empower yourself with the information and make sure you have sex when you want to have sex. Sex is an amazing, beautiful thing. But you must not have sex to please somebody else or to buy somebody else or to keep somebody else. Have sex because that is the one thing you want to have, and you know how to have great, passionate, safe sex. That's what you must aspire for.
Wow, thank you, Sis Lebo, for those powerful words. I think we're all feeling inspired and ready to take care of ourselves. So, Sis Lebo, do you have any closing remarks about today's episode?
Well, I think it's interesting because there is so much shame associated with young women who want to terminate pregnancy. There is a lot of shame in young women who become pregnant when they are very young. But we don't empower young women enough, you know. So for me, the things that I want to say is the fact that young women have a right to information about sexual and reproductive health. It's your body, it's one body, it's a beautiful body. You need to know how it works. You need to look at yourself as you look at your body, link at the selfie and stuff like that. Look not only at your face, but look what is underneath there. You know, you need to value who you are. And it is your right to have a termination. It's not an easy decision, but it still remains a woman's right to choose to terminate if that is the choice that you want to make.
Thank you once again, Sis Lebo, for coming to join us. And our Rise audience, you guys have been fantastic. So guys, wow, a lot of information. I think for me, one of the things that I got from today's discussion was how much responsibility we have as young women to take care of ourselves. No one else is going to do it for us, you know. And also just our communities. They must start realizing that we're young women, you know. We don't just have sex by ourselves. There's other people involved. There's other factors involved. And they must support us so we make the right decisions and we don't keep dying because we're going to illegal places to go get these abortions. What are your guys' reflections?
Ngithandele part lokuthi thina as young women we should be aware of our own bodies.
Yeah.
Because into vele esingakazi saba nayo, you understand that. Nama like angaze ngazibheka ngaphandle kusisile bashile. So I just like that. And I think the more you get to know yourself, now uzobona ukuthi you know what, this is what I want. This is feel comfortable living in it. So
well, pro-choice, you know. I think earlier on when I was sitting, Mama Mapole, you know, she answered and she had said choice. You have a choice to do this, and it is your choice, and it shouldn't be determined by anyone else besides yourself. And I think if we do have adequate support, that are going to be healthy for us.
Thank you to everyone at home, to our audience, Lebo, Rise Clubs, and my lovely, lovely co-host. It's been an informative evening. Please make sure to join us next week for yet another episode of Rise. Be part of the conversation on our Rise Talk Show Facebook page and on Mixed Reach. Till next week, guys.
Woof, woof.